Hello, welcome back. What's going on? It's engaging on all fronts, back from a short lapse in output, but don't worry, it's just because we're lazy, no other reason. We are back though to talk about our favourite subject, Warhammer. But today we've got a slightly different arena to, I guess, go back and indulge in some nostalgia, look forward, and it's really timely, of course, because as we record this, the three of us are catching up with the Warhammer Skulls. So let's introduce our regular trio, myself, Logan Sama, hosting, painting, playing, consuming, adding to my pile of potential. Who else do we have? Who wants to go first?
I'm going to jump in. I was going to see which of us was going to do it, but it's going to be me. Hi guys, it's Morgan, aka More Primus, More Prime. Painting Ultramarine Second Edition, continuous, the slog that never ends. And yeah, back today. Looking forward to another great episode. Passing over to my guy, Laurence.
I am Laurence, aka Laurence, and I'm still working through all of my Tau. I'm slowly but surely getting there, and my secret project that we'll talk about at the end of the show.
Amazing! Can't wait.
Which it won't be interesting if it's an audio podcast because I'm just going to be talking about images.
Images. That's all right. I can show some good images. We've seen the images. They're good images, man. The progress is strong. So yeah, excited for that one. Right. So this episode is well, I think we should talk about skulls first, right? Like Logan said, it's literally just dropped.
I'm going to hold my hands up. So this is the segment of the hobby that I am the least well versed in, and fittingly today I was on a plane whilst the Skulls presentation was going on, so I only vaguely know. So you can catch me up, you can educate me about what happened. What did we get today?
Amazing. Well, I'll let Laurence go first because I only tuned in on like the second half, I think. So I think I saw Mechanicus 2. That's where I started from. So
that was like right at the end.
Oh, so yeah, I was at the very end.
That was basically...
Was there that much before? What did they show before?
There was a bit.
Okay.
So we started off very strong.
Many mouse pads?
No. There was plenty of T-shirts.
Okay.
And disc plates. There was about 3 adverts for disc plates.
Damn.
But started off with the new Owlcat game, who made Rogue Trader.
Nice.
Which was one of the better 40k games we've
played it?
Potentially ever had. Yeah, man.
Oh,
it's fucking dope.
Yeah, I want to, man.
Great.
I want to. I don't know if it's does it come on Xbox? I'm not sure. I need to. I'm one of those. I'm recording on a Mac right now, so it's kind of hard with games for that. But yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I mean it's on Mac as well.
Okay.
It's on Mac, PC, Xbox.
Dope. No excuses.
Probably a phone on some point.
Okay.
But like, well worth it. But the new game is Dark Heresy. Which is based on the series Dark Heresy. So you've got Inquisition. I think you play as an Inquisitor this time instead of a Rogue Trader.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, because like in Rogue Trader, you could be like an absolute bastard. You could go like full chaos, or you could go like full like Xeno-bashing Imperium.
You can kind of do that as an Inquisitor too, to be fair.
Yeah, but like you could actually... There's parts where it's
demons?
The serfs the serfs on the lower levels are demanding food. What do you want to do about it? And your options are either like, give them some corpse starch, or it's like give them like whatever they want, or it's like just kill them all.
Yeah.
Whereas like an Inquisitor, you're probably not going to have those kind of rules. But I don't know. But also there's crew in Dark Heresy, which I'm very excited for.
Okay. Specifically for you.
You can get like a crew. Yeah, for me. Because if you can get a crew, like...
on your team
spoiler,
or enemies.
Yeah, in Rogue Trader, you can get like an Eldar. You can get a Dark Eldar guy with you at one point.
Yeah.
So if you can get like a crew companion, that'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Because crew are the best.
What's the Dark Heresy? Did you say it was based on like a novel already? Did I miss that novel? Is that?
Yeah, I think it's like I want to say it's a novel series.
Okay, sort of like Eisenhorn.
Kinda, yeah.
Or was
yeah.
it not
Well,
an RPG series?
It could have been.
Oh, like the kind of like the not the
like
tabletop, but
tabletop
like
RPG.
the Dungeons Dragons kind of ones.
Yeah.
Kind of like not Black Crusade. What's the one with what's the thing that Abaddon crashed into Cadia?
Oh, Black Fortress.
Black Crusade. Oh,
Black Fortress.
Blackstone Fortress. Blackstone Fortress.
Blackstone
No, I
Fortress,
think Dark
that's the
Heresy
one.
was actually a paper and pen. Hang on.
Yeah, you're right. It is a role play system. Fantasy
that's what
flight
it was based
game.
on.
That makes sense.
That's cool, man. That's dope.
Look at me with my autistic retrieval of random pieces of information that I had passing interest in.
I mean, your camera's not working, so you could be like, you could have like 3 laptops open at the moment.
Yeah, well, the files will tell you the truth.
Well, definitely, I'll need to check the trailer out for that afterwards because that looks sick.
The other highlights, I gotta say, Bolt Gun 2 looks amazing. More Bolt Gun. They also released today.
They improved on it? Because I didn't see it. Is it like better graphics, or are they still keeping it kind of Doom style? Like,
I mean, you've seen the graphics, right?
Yeah,
it's like
didn't get polished
legitimately
up.
Like no.
Okay.
It's like 4-bit graphics, but that's the charm.
As it should be. That's the whole point.
Yeah. I mean, no one's expecting like Doom Dark Ages graphics out of like a pixelated
would be sick,
retro shooter.
Would be sick.
It would be. Never gonna get it.
Yeah.
There's probably mods for Doom out there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they also released a like typing game, like Words of the Dead, for Bolt Gun.
So explain this to me, because I saw you say it in the group chat that we have, and I'm like, is it like Mavis Beacon Ultramarine Sternguard edition?
No. So have you seen? I think it's called Words of the Dead. No. So like, say you're like walking through a place, and, like in Words of the Dead, like a zombie pops up, and it's like type out spaghetti, and the quicker you type it, the quicker you shoot.
Oh my god!
And if you like keep fucking up like typing, you'll get like bitten and stuff.
Okay.
So like in the trailer for Bolt Gun typing edition, it's like typing like weapons heresy, and you like kill things. It looks like goofy fun.
Sounds like a bargain bucket pinball for me. I'm afraid that's so anti-dyslexic, that game. It's like I'll just be there like
yes.
Oh fuck, I'm dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see from the chat this is where you piped up saying Mechanicus 2.
Yeah.
Which does look dope. Like
However,
the environments look sick. Like not that they didn't already, but there's a lot of like Tomb Worlds, whereas this is like
all over the shop.
That scene with like the anti-air cannons and stuff, that looked dope. But Speed Freaks.
Yeah, which we've seen already, sick. Right? I think we've seen that.
Glowing reviews as well, of course, that you were really impressed by.
Yeah,
from random guys called like Random Dogfish 5.
Do you know what? I saw that, and then I was at my mum's, and she had like a sachet of like Palmer's baby oil, like something for like pregnant ladies when they get stretch marks or something. I don't know. And it said like
sounds like Diddy. I'll be honest.
It said like this is amazing, 5-star. Then it was like Chris. I was like, who the fuck is Chris?
Yeah,
like,
there's no actual like real people.
Who's like giving this review? Like, how do I trace this back to see if it's real? And Matt was
like, this is my favorite.
Freaks. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure one of them was like a breath of fresh air. P Diddler 69. Like, there's no, I don't care what random people on Steam asked. Like,
it was like a great combat racing game as of now, just something like. Do you know what I mean? It's just so random. But like, people are still waiting for a port for that. I think once they say there's going to be like a port for the Xbox, that's sort of where that game would do really well. On the console is where I think it would do great because it's just better driving. That sort of stuff.
Racing games on a keyboard is just not the one.
100%.
Well, no, everyone plays racing games on their multi-1,000-pound home
little
GT
setups,
Omega
Oh yeah,
setup.
catch me in like one of those like
Yeah, exactly.
full on like
With a
screaming
curved
war.
70-inch monitor. Of course.
If they're gonna go full Speed Freaks though, they're gonna have to make it out of like rust steel, so some kitchen utensils.
I was gonna say, yeah, you sit down and you get tetanus immediately,
yeah,
just to get the full experience of it.
someone's gonna do that as well. You get all the guys who dress up in armor now and they play like Kingdom Come 2 or something like that. You're gonna get a guy just go full
Oh
mode.
yeah.
So I think this is where I kind of tuned in. So after this, we basically had like nothing. There was like a kind of a cool trailer, which everyone was kind of like, "Is this Dawn of War?" But the tone was really off. It was had a really weird tone to it. Like the graphics were like the graphics
be honest,
were decent.
I've already forgotten what the game was.
Yeah, it was. I know
it was like a mobile game.
Yeah, Supremacy. But then they kind of gave us like mobile game, card game, back to back, and it's just like, can we please remove this whole segment because nobody cares?
It's just filler, like slop.
We've
got
had
more stuff for Tacticus.
Yeah, honestly, I would love to know in the comments if anyone actually plays this stuff and do they enjoy it, because there's so many much like
I know people that play Tacticus. I know people that play Tacticus still
on the phone.
That's probably like the biggest.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yeah. I tried it and I was like, this isn't what I want.
I just feel like I've played that game when I was a kid in a different reskin, but like 20 different times. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I always, do you know what? Give me a Warhammer tower defense. Give me a Kingdom Rush 2 tower defense. I love a tower defense game on the old. I'll zone out on that for a while. So
I mean, there used to be one.
Well, Warhammer tower defense.
I want to say it was either like Space Wolves.
Okay.
It was an iOS game.
Okay.
No,
I'm pretty sure that was like. I'm pretty sure that was one of those top-down, like you move forward like 3 paces in squares. That Space Wolf one.
Maybe yeah, but I'm pretty sure there was one, or at least it was like Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah.
Where the things would like move across the screen. So I guess not tower defense in the traditional sense.
Do you know an actual decent mobile game I played, which was Warhammer, which was a night one. You played as like a knight. And it was decent for like 5 levels, and then you just turned off. But it was just pretty cool because you like hold.
You could play that on a TV, apparently.
Oh, really?
Through my research, I found out you could play it on a TV.
Do not know why, but fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Do not know why.
Cash money.
So I think what else was announced? They announced Siege, which is basically Horde mode for Space Marine 2, which if you have Space Marine 2 or on the forums, you will know was coming anyway. But it was just nice to see. There was the Blood Angels cosmetics in that trailer, and little bits to pull out. Well, obviously, they had a Dreadnought on the
Am I being crazy, right? Was there a Tech Marine?
I don't know if I saw that. I think I was.
There was like a guy lying on the ground, and he had
that's Blood Angels.
The lens.
They've all got like one of the cosmetics is they've all got the eye, as their thing. So yeah, you had the Blood Angels, and then 2 things to call out were, I think you can call in Dreadnoughts as like an ability, which is really cool. Yeah. And obviously there was like multiple, what do they call like there's multiple Carnifexes, but I was trying to think what they call those enemies in the game. They call them like, they've all got like a special keyword, haven't they? Like Terminus. Yeah, Terminus enemies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have like Majorus and then Terminus because they love inventing their whole language. So yeah, Terminus. And you had like 2 or 3 of them on like coming out at once, so that's quite cool. You don't really get that unless you're modding the game. And then I think for me the biggest letdown was probably Dawn of War, because we were all expecting. Like, I think if they put the Dawn of War remake into Skulls, it would have been like the best. It would just been like worthwhile, like watching that. I was like really excited for that, and I think when we saw the remaster, I first of all said that like I thought the remaster looked like how the game looked back when I was playing it, so I didn't really like there was like no difference between like the upgrade, and we've just been we've just been playing like
we've
the
just been
Oblivion.
gaslit the entire time.
Exactly, well, we've been playing the Oblivion update, and that is a fantastic update and remaster, and the graphics are great, and it's just a lot smoother and a lot easier to get involved, and they've redone the controls, and it's just really, really good. If you haven't played it, well worth checking it out. I think it's free on Game Pass.
I mean, I gotta say, the biggest piss take of the Dawn of War like relaunch is the like box game set that comes with it.
100%.
Dawn of War Onslaught, because it has a Primaris Marine on the front.
Yep.
It's not in the game.
And it's new artwork as well. That's new artwork. It's not recolored. Yeah. It's new artwork. No. But the models are the same. The models are just from the Indomitus box. They're just that.
Yeah,
they're
just in red.
Just the
extra Blade Guard.
Blade Guard.
Judicia, and 3 Eradicator Marines. And
which is good if you want to get that, because it's like those box games though, right? You know the box games you kind of get, and they do them in like a Barnes and Noble in the US, and they're basically package a load of figures in. But actually, sometimes they put like a rare figure in there that you couldn't get, unless, it was like one of the like blind box ones, which makes it quite cool to get. But if it's just like any figures just shoved in a box, then it's quite hard to be excited about. So I think that was kind of my takeaway, and I kept waiting for the host. Like when he signed off, I was waiting for like one more thing, Dawn of War, one more thing, and then it was like nope, and I was like, okay, great, thanks.
I mean, I had hopes of Total War Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, that would have
just
been
a
sick.
logo or anything.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
But I mean, I have heard the like Total War World War One is coming first, so they can figure out guns and then put like 40k in there.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting. I don't know how they do that, to be fair. I mean, I've played the Warhammer Total Wars, and you have bows and stuff like that, right? So
artillery.
I mean, look at Skaven. Yeah. They have actual machine guns.
Yeah, so... true. Yeah, I'd love to play that. I think one of the things I just kind of get annoyed at these games now is like it's gonna be like 5 years of development time. I'm gonna end up being like 40 or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, great. Like,
but that's what you need to get a game that's made as well as Space Marine 2. Like, it actually does take that long to make.
I just feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Oblivion art announcement, which is taking decades, but okay, we'll wait and see. But talking about the journey of time, Laurence has made a very comprehensive list. Well, almost got that out without messing my words up. Featuring a lot of titles, many of them that we've played, some of them we may not have not. And throughout this video, we're going to kind of do a little bit of a deep dive, show some clips of some of our favourite games. Right back, when was the first one? What have we got back here?
92.
Damn, I would have been 1 year old. There you go. Do the math there.
Logo's 28, so
yeah.
Damn, and he still looks younger than me, mate. The face, the face of a model, man. Honestly, and
there's a painting of me in my loft that looks like absolute shit. Man. So be very careful.
Fantastic.
I don't remember the first one, and interesting to see Space Crusade 1992, developed by Gremlin Interactive, and Gremlin Interactive is a name that I've not heard in a while. Not to go Alec Guinness on us.
I've never heard. Did they do anything else apart from Space Crusade that I might have heard from, or?
Probably not.
Probably not. Threw you on the spot there, didn't I?
Yeah, they were like they mainly made games that I knew from like the Commodore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they made like their most famous one would have been Gauntlet. Do you remember Gauntlet, the arcade game?
Is that the one with the little chicken knight?
I don't know.
Chicken jockey.
The knight who rides the chicken.
No. So Gauntlet's like a top-down dungeon game, and you could pick Valkyrie, Wizard, Elf, and it was either Warrior. And depending on which player you were, 1, 2, 3, 4, you picked a corner on the arcade. So it's like the game was like a table, and you'd pick a corner of the table. And when you started and selected your character, it would famously go, "Welcome, Red Valkyrie. Welcome, Blue Wizard," and stuff like that. And it was quite fun. And you'd walk around and you'd have to kill stuff in what looked like old school Zelda top down kind of dungeon thing.
Nice.
So that was a fun game that I remember. They made a game called Zool, which is one of their famous games that they created on the Commodore, and they made a bunch of sports games under the Actua. They're all called Actua something. So they had Actua Soccer and Actua Tennis, I think. And I'm pretty sure they had like a bunch of golf games as well. But yeah, they were a British, like early 90s, late 80s, and then I think mid 90s publisher that released a few titles. But I don't remember their Space Crusade game.
Do you remember Gary Lineker's Superstar Soccer from 1987? Topical.
I don't, but do you know what I do remember? Kevin Keegan, player manager. I remember that.
Is that one of their specials? Is that on the list?
That's not one of their games, but it is I'm sure an equally hilarious title.
Brilliant. They also did Hero Quest as well, which is like
they obviously had Space Crusade and Hero Quest were made by the same company, right?
It's
so
kind
they
of
probably
the
just
flip,
had a license.
the flip of each other, right? The one's the sci-fi, one's the fantasy. No, very cool.
By the way, I did leave out any Warhammer Fantasy because there's like
a lot,
5 games, and they're not very good.
Okay.
The one thing I did cut out is the majority of iOS games and like Android games.
Okay.
Because we don't need to talk about because half of them
could have answered that tower defense
download
question,
anymore.
Yeah,
it was one of them, but you literally can't download them anymore. So there's no point in talking about a game that doesn't exist.
Do you know what's mad to me looking at this list, actually? So 1992 feels like the Dark Ages to me because I remember everything was basically
black and white.
Ataris and Commodores and that. People didn't really have PCs to play games on. It was like Atari and Commodores. And skipping forward literally only 5 years is such a completely different technological era where you've got stuff like Final Liberation and Chaos Gate. But it's only 5 years. And nowadays, 5 years is nothing, right? We're basically the same as we were 5 years ago, technology-wise. Like you think of games that came out,
look even worse, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, some just ass.
But 5 years back in the 90s, everything was moving so quickly, like 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit, CDR. You know, technology was flying forwards, and it's just really funny looking at this list now that Laurence has laid it out, and you can see the stark difference between games that were literally made only 5 years apart, and they're just not even remotely the same kind of thing. It's quite funny for me to just go back and think about my gaming experience in the 90s.
It's interesting for me because I mean my memory of like playing video games, especially Warhammer video games, only really comes into play with Space Hulk, and I didn't have a console, but obviously friends did. And I remember going. It was a second Space Hulk, so the Blood Angels variant. And I remember going round a friend's house who had Warhammer, and I had Warhammer, and he had the game. And I think it was on PS1.
Yes,
I have
it would
a
have been
feeling it was on
95.
PlayStation.
Yeah, it was.
95 would have been PS1, yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing it, and it was scary. It was, as a kid, it was scary. Like, you were going down dark
because it was like
corridors.
pitch black.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you just muted yourself, you super genius.
Sorry,
that one's staying in.
That
one's staying in.
Forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, pitch black corridors, walking down. You have your little. I think you had your power fist or your Gatling gun, and you just a little purple
gun?
dude with jump
Gatling
out.
gun?
Whatever that
we
thing
here?
is. Assault cannon.
This
Assault
man,
cannon, yeah.
the
Assault
man who
cannon.
will tell you that he is an aficionado on second edition sculpts and he loves
Yeah,
the
what's up
old
with that?
It's a
Terminators.
spinny one with the holes, man. I've also got an incredibly bad memory, so I'm putting it up to that. But yeah, I remember like playing that and just thinking this is rad. And that's kind of my first
Because
memory.
it was like a combination game, right? It was like FPS and a strategy game at the same time. It like slipped in
Like
between
Rainbow
the two.
Six.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it's such a weird one as well because I didn't. When I played that, I didn't. It sounds weird. I didn't connect it to Warhammer, if that made sense, because my Warhammer knowledge was so like kind of like I think it was just like wasn't even really on the radar that much. So playing that game, I was like, oh, cool. This is a game that's kind of got like aliens and guys in it. And then later on,
It's
kind
a
of
gateway
connect those
drug.
lights. Yeah, it's a gateway drug. But yeah, no, it's a really really cool one. I definitely remember that. I remember then later the guy selling me all of his Space Marines for like £5, and then his mum having to come round and speak to my mum to get all those Space Marines back because they were worth quite a bit of money. But yeah, the wheeling dealing started early but didn't work out well. So yeah, that's my input on Space Hulk. Do any of you guys remember Final Liberation?
I fucking loved Final Liberation. Oh my god. I remember it came in a 2-game CD with Chaos Gate. I remember
Mega.
Chaos Gate being so fucking hard and it
No
just
guides.
scared me.
No guides.
So I would
Yep.
I know, yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. And this is like my introduction to Warhammer as well. At least Chaos Gate had Warhammer 40,000 in the name. So I knew what I was getting in for. But Final Liberation, that just like really smoothed out so many creases in my brain. For starter, your cursor was like a little skull with a dagger in it.
Nice.
And you know me, I love a game that's got like a little gauntlet for a pointer and everything.
World of Warcraft 3. Yep, come on.
Exactly. But like, I don't think there's ever been an epic 40k game apart from Final Liberation. You could kind of say like a modded Dawn of War is also because you get like Titans in that. But in Final Liberation, you had like Crusaders, you had Predator tanks, you had Titans, and then you could like I remember just like cheating in it to have like just a bunch of Titans versus a bunch of what are they Mega Stompers? The Orc Titans?
Gargants.
Yeah.
Gargants, yeah. Yeah, so you could fight like Gargants and stuff. This was also super hard, but also at the same time, I was 7. And I'm an idiot. So these games could be hella easy, but I'm just crap.
Do you wanna, I played...
Go on, Logan.
We're on a slight delay, so we're all polite as well. So I love how we stop for each other. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So is this how you envision sort of like a Total War game for 40k kind of being on that scale, or?
Yeah, kinda. I'd like if I'm getting like a Total War Warhammer, it needs to be like it needs probably a good couple of Titans. You need. It's hard because obviously, like, if you're doing like lore-wise, if you're Space Marines, you've only got what 1,000 Space Marines.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The power creep gets a bit mad with it when you put.
So it's like, and then if you're Nids, you can have just like a massive horde army and just have like millions of units on the screen at once. Whereas like Space Marines, like I just don't think the lore works for Space Marines.
I think
really,
it does at that scale. I think it does at that scale. You just have to have them like they just be really small units. They just be really small units, right? So it would work
like
that way.
Imperium,
I guess, yeah.
Imperium Logistica or Imperium. What's the new epic they kind of redid?
Oh, Legionnaires,
Imperialis,
Legionaris,
Legiones.
Majoris Terminalis.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, you could probably pile in Space Marines with, like, Imperial Guard. So, say, like, for Total War, you could have, like, hoplites, then you have, like, cavalry, and that could be, like, Space Marines. Space Marines is just a unit inside the Imperium.
Yeah.
I just
We'll
think
see what
that
they do.
having a Space Marine faction would sell
This didn't
absolute
play.
buckets full.
I was going to ask. This didn't play like Red Alert, did it? This played more like, I want to say, when I looked at the images, it looks like Mech Warrior. I think I played like Mech Warrior when I was like this top down.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mix, I'll be honest, because it's like, I want to say it's turn based.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Great game. So that's a plus from you on on Final Liberation.
And Chaos Gate.
Much to say.
Yeah, it's just hard as
Never
hell.
played it. Have
you not?
No, I've never played it, man. First person shooter.
Chaos Gate was like squad based, turn based.
Was it
where
kind of
you
like
have,
Diablo?
No, it was. I'm trying to think what it was like. Again, I'm thinking like Rainbow. Look, almost like XCOM.
Okay. Love XCOM.
Where you have like loadouts, and you just move through a map, and then a bunch of like cultists and marines and stuff come at you.
Okay. Oh yeah, the graphics are very Rollercoaster Tycoon. Those reuse of those.
Yeah, like
those sprites.
it's not the best, but yeah, I just thought this is impossible.
I've just scrolled to the bottom of this list, by the way, and there's no way we're getting this done in an hour. Not a hope in hell.
This is why I was saying. We'll talk about our favorites.
There's a lot on this to go through. Yeah.
Well, let's get past this rubbish game that was released in 2003 that no one cares about, and go straight onto Dawn of War.
No, Fire Warrior.
No, Dawn of War.
That's what he's talking about.
Fire Warrior. It's the best 40k game out there.
Yeah, Fire Warrior does slap. Do you remember that first like trench level? Do you remember that trench level at the start?
That was incredible.
Yeah, it was so good.
You come out of like a devilfish and everyone just fucking dies.
Yeah.
And then you go on.
Oh, at least it's lore accurate.
Yeah. True.
Well, to a point, because then you go on to, I'm pretty sure you solo a dreadnought. You take out like an entire Space Marine battalion. It gets wacky fast.
Yeah. You get to use a railgun though. I remember that popping the railgun out on the old Chaos Space Marines. That was always fun.
You get to use everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you remember like fighting your first Space Marine on that though? Because it was well hard. It was like one guy just comes out of a door or something, and it's just like, oh damn, this is taking a notch up on the difficulty department.
I mean, yeah, I just got to a clip where the dude's fighting a Chaos Terminator or Obliterator.
It would be.
He's using a Chaos Heavy Bolter, and then quick changes to a burst cannon. So it's not exactly realistic in any way.
Yeah, I can't imagine any Fire Warrior picking up a Heavy Bolter, but
no, it's like the same size as them.
Needs must. I do remember
wacky. Now, when I was a kid, this was my jam.
I remember
this.
I remember it had my favourite representation of a melter gun. I really liked how they did the melter gun in that game.
Yeah.
If you check it out again, it's really cool. Like we're playing Space Marine 2, they've made the melter gun into kind of a shotgun, which feels a bit odd. But yeah, in Fire, I remember the melter gun slapping. It was decent, man. Great cover art as well. Just a towel.
Oh yeah, iconic.
Oh yeah, pile of skulls. Tattoo.
It makes no sense.
Worthy.
It's so not Tau that I love it.
Isn't it?
And
it's
I also
got
like
quite big
like
cutscenes as well, right? It's like I remember it having like did it have like not in-game engine, but I remember it having like decent little cutscenes, like especially like all in space and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. I haven't watched it for years, man.
I mean, this was my Halo.
Yeah.
This game changing.
Great game. Great game.
But enough spunking about Fire Warrior.
Now on to.
Should we talk about Dawn of War?
Now this is a
it's a shame they never made a sequel.
I think looking at everything on this list, I still think Dawn of War is probably the best game. Even I would say better than Space Marine 2 in terms of like, I don't know, man. Like that game came out and it was game changing. It was amazing, and
Can
it
I
also
ask a
built
question?
so well.
Do you
Ask away.
think
Ask away.
do you think the fact that it was a completely homebrew, made up just for the game chapter, made it better, or would it have been better if it was one of the main?
I think it's better. I think it's better because at least now people are so like. I mean, look at Morgan wearing Ultramarines t-shirt. If you made a game about the Imperial Fists, he'd probably be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna bother." Whereas, like, because it's just the Blood Ravens,
Yeah, it's kind of
everyone
like
can kind of get on
generic
board.
player character.
Bro,
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
no one's not playing a really good Warhammer game just because it's not their chapter. Don't be silly. That's ludicrous. We're not that autistic.
I don't know. I'm saying it's less like
resonating.
immersive. Yeah, resonating.
Yeah.
That it is like they're just these guys, not like, oh, it's
I think
Calgar
it's like
of the
if it was like
Ultramarines.
Space Marine the Space Wolf edition, I'd be like, ah. I played it, but I'd be
And
like,
also,
ah.
I never played as Blood Ravens because you can make your own chapters.
Not in story
As you
mode,
can in Space Marine 2. Yes. But anyway, I hate Ultramarines. I
just
think
play
they're boring
Alpha
as
Legion.
hell. But when Calgar steps off that dropship, yeah, and starts
Changed your mind a little bit, didn't you?
battering
Just a
the
little
shit,
bit. Just a little.
I thought, yes, man, this is wicked. And then
This
I
is
had to
what
go
I
and
need
have
to
a
see a
shower.
movie of.
I had to go and have a
Bro,
shower.
that could have
after
been like that could have been Erebus and I'd be hyped.
No, it would not be Erebus. Don't blaspheme, please.
Comes down reading a book.
Yep, no, screw him.
Interesting, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and look, we eventually even got a chapter master mini through Forge World, which I thought was super cool at the time.
Yeah.
They've never had any, like, to my knowledge, like unique units or anything like that. But they've had so much lore and stuff has developed from those first games. So for instance, like that whole kind of like thing where like nowadays you have like Blood Ravens steal everything, right? That kind of came about because all of their like you would get like war gear in the game, and it would all be it'd be like this like crazy next level shit, which would be like coming from like different chapters armories. So you kind of like thinking like, how did they get that? What's the story? It'd be like mastercrafted Ultramarine bolter or something. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like how did you get that? Obviously at the time they were probably just like put whatever we can in the game, and it's just funny how like stories kind of get built up, because it was also really interesting because there was always that sub like, were they like a loyal version of like the Thousand Suns, which like a lot of people
I was going to
said
say
as well,
that is
right?
the lore, isn't it?
Yeah. But also people were like Raven Guard, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, what's the flip? So yeah, I thought that game was awesome. I really liked. For me, I loved the design of the buildings, because you never really had that before. You had bunkers, but you didn't have like specific Space Marine buildings.
I mean, this was kind of back in the era where you could open White Dwarf and they're teaching you how to build like buildings out of cardboard and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a bit past
So
that.
I don't think there's any real design philosophy of like what does a manufactorum look like? Oh,
Yeah.
it's whatever junk you have lying around in your house. Have fun.
I don't think they've
Whereas
used
now
those
it's obviously
designs.
a lot more like strict.
I don't think they've used those designs since. I think maybe some stuff like the power generators might have filtered their way into like some of the terrain, but like the actual Space Marine like HQ building, I don't think I've seen that like pop up again, which is a shame because it's really cool, and it's like all of that, all of their stuff would like drop out of orbit and could just be like kind of like extended and assembled, so which kind of fitted the Space Marine kind of like war doctrine, which is like blitzkrieg, kind of like go in super fast, drop down, do the stuff, and then come back out. So it was really cool, like seeing that, and also it had I remember it having like executions for an RTS game, which was sick.
Yeah.
And they were rare. Like I don't think they always happened, but like I remember Chapter Master with Thunderhammer fighting Bloodletter was like one of the coolest ones. Like he would like dodge, jump on its back, smack it over the head. Like literally getting that to come off was sick.
I just remember the Dreadnought picking up like Orc boys and just spinning them as fast as they could.
And the blood
just blenderizing him. Incredible.
Also, shouts out to the intro cutscene, the intro like cinematic. That was ridiculous. Ridiculous. And they tried to tease us with it today.
Did you guys play the expansions as well? Because there was a ton of expansions. Like 3 expansions.
I wanted to talk about Dark Crusade because I sunk hundreds of hours into that. Hundreds.
Of course,
so I played Dark Crusade.
The Tau and Necron.
Yeah, but I didn't play the other one after. I didn't play Soulstorm. I think that was
I didn't play Soulstorm.
No.
That was Sisters, I think, right?
Yeah, people say that was really good too, right?
Yeah, people say it's the best one.
Yeah.
And I think it's required for a lot of the mods. Like there's mods now where you can get like Titans and all sorts of insane shit going on, where you can basically make an epic version of Dawn of War. But you need Soulstorm because I think a lot of the models are based off that.
All right, lads. It's time for you to explain to me why you don't acknowledge Dawn of War 2.
No, it's Dawn of War 3. I like Dawn of War 2. Dawn of War 2.
What's Dawn of War 2?
Dawn of War 2.
There you go, look.
See?
It's a sort of like Chinese sequel.
So look at him there.
Nah, you're thinking of 3, man. 3 is terrible. 3 is terrible. 2 is not bad. It's kind of like they basically shrunk
There's a 3.
it.
There's not even a second one.
Nah, there is. There's. Oh, you're pulling my leg here. You're pulling my leg here.
Yeah, he is.
You're pulling my Johnson.
What is it,
What are you talking about?
What is it? Is it the fact that it moved away from like the?
It literally moved away from the thing that made it interesting. Like they moved it away from an actual Warhammer feeling, and the Warhammer feeling to me is war, like full scale, nuts to butts. You send it in, like especially coming off the back of what was the Winter Assault, where you had the Imperial Guard, and you had like hundreds of these guys just being thrown at Tyranids who were like hundreds going in, just waves crashing in, lasers going off everywhere, and they're like, you know what people liked about that game? None of that. So they took the war out of Dawn of War and just turned it into like a squad-based thing. And then they doubled down on that in Dawn of War 3, which doesn't exist. But regardless, if they were to make a Dawn of War 3, I'm sure they would think, you know what, people love squads.
I think they're going to just not do 4 and just call it Dawn of War again from the start. Yeah, from the start.
The reboot.
I didn't mind 2. I liked 2, and I liked 2 because there's certain things that I quite enjoy in gaming, and I would love to see some of the elements of 2 put into a 1. Something I like about like these sort of games is I like veterancy, and I like building out characters and stuff like that. And I would love if Dawn of War 1 had kind of like veterancy, and you get it in like Age of Empires now. So I'm really hoping it kind of travels over where like if you have a unit that kills a lot of guys, they get stronger as they go on until they die, and then you lose them, and there's no bringing them back. I really like that sort of element to it. But again, it's been a long time since I played Dawn of War 2, so I might just be chatting out of my arse. But I remember enjoying it. It had Tyranids, had the Nids in it. Can't remember who else was in it.
If you like veterancy, would you not prefer a game that's like not Dawn of War, but it's like Space Hulk? Say you've got Space Hulk, you mash it up with XCOM, you've got 5 Terminators, and you could like level them up as you go, get like XP, weapons, and then if they die, you're out.
You're talking about that Deathwing game though, right?
Yes.
But apparently it's not that good.
Why did they make... I've heard it's all right.
Oh, I heard it wasn't that good, man. I haven't played it, so I can't.
I've got it for free, and I've not played it yet.
Okay.
But like, it's just such a letdown that they took like, they tried to make Dawn of War into something like an XCOM. And I remember at the time they were saying because they wanted to get into like esports. And I'm like, why the fuck would you want to have a Dawn of War esport?
Because StarCraft's fucking massive.
StarCraft. Yeah, everyone's trying to compete with
though,
StarCraft. But it's like, it's just not, it was never going to be StarCraft.
But it's funny because it sounds like, because I've never played 2 and 3, it sounds like they actually moved away from what StarCraft was like as an RTS, like base building,
they just
tech tree kind of.
Yeah, there's no base building in 2 either.
Yeah.
So it's just like a bunch of guys running around.
I'm gonna have to pull
the least interesting part of Dawn of War.
I'm gonna have to pull an executive shout here, an audible mid-play, and say that this is going to be a 2-parter because we're not even.
I think so too.
We're not even at 2011, yeah, and we've run 50 minutes, and we need to talk about what we're getting up to next weekend, lads.
Yes.
Okay. How long are we talking now?
50 minutes, bro.
We while away the hours, man. Honestly, we smashed it out.
I think most of that was just me shouting about Dawn of War, but okay.
Which is great. And let's not truncate it. We'll come back to it and go through this list because you've done all this research, Laurence, and it's great. I'm, going through a lot of games that I remember. Some I don't. I actually even saw a game that I forgot I owned in here, which was Squad Command on the Nintendo DS, which was not a great crowning title in my collection of video games, but certainly one that I did own and did forget.
I did have an N-Gage game in here at one point.
Yeah,
I took it out because I was like, I don't think anyone owned an N-Gage. So I'll just quietly remove that.
Everyone got shuffled off. We'll come back to these because there's a lot more to go through. We've still got another 15 years of titles to run through.
Nice.
And we haven't even touched on...
Sounds like more of a 2-part, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like we definitely have like a dark time.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, there is certainly a good 8-year run where it's nothing but stinkers. I think we...
So there is literally... I cut it out, but there's about 4 years where the only releases were mobile games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably when they were reorganizing their licensing
I refuse to
department.
even look at them. So it's out. They're gone. I'm sorry. If you're a big iOS fan or Android gamer, just don't do it. You also can't even download half these games anymore.
No.
Like Horus... there's like Horus Rising or something. Doesn't exist. I'm sure it printed money when it was out.
Maybe.
Gone. Lost media.
So annoying.
Right, lads. Everyone is coming to hang out in my hometown, in my hood. Because...
The only way is Braintree.
The only way is Essex, and it's Brentwood, you pillock, not Braintree.
It's the same place.
No, it isn't. Could have even said Brentford. At least that one's
Brentford.
more close.
Sounds like a mashup.
But yeah, Iron Skull. We've all signed up for it. We've all committed to trying to get something finished for it. Morgan has cheated and is entering something that he painted a year ago, probably.
No, I'm not. I'm doing something new for it. That was just on my list. Yeah, that was just on my list. I had to click that off.
Secret reveal. We don't know what it is.
I had to click that off.
The swerve. All right. Okay. Lovely. Laurence is building something that uses 176 individual plastic and resin skulls on the base.
More than that, I think, at this point. Wait, first, let's say, what category are you getting in?
Warhammer Single Mini, of course.
Warhammer Single Mini.
What 40k? Warhammer
Both
40k Single Mini.
40k. Or is it like sci-fi?
I don't know. Sci-fi.
It's like sci-fi.
Always.
I've not even looked.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've not even looked.
I
I need to do the entry form.
It's on that grind set. I don't even care what the categories are. I'm entering this fucker right here.
Yeah, this is what you're getting, and you'll like it. Maybe.
I've gone for diorama, man. I've gone for.
Yeah, I know people like
sci-fi diorama.
I remember people
because
like
I know.
Yeah. strategy. I see it. I see
What?
the angle. I see the angle you're going for, Laurence.
I just know that I'm like, even against you two alone, let alone the like Golden Dean Slayer Sword winners. Like, I have no shot. Where I do have a shot
Oh, don't say that.
is
At least you paint your base. At least you paint your bases, man.
I mean, currently I just have a giant hawk circle with no like, that's not painted.
Secret
So
reveal.
I just feel like I could kind of get some recognition by entering a category that won't be absolutely stacked.
Do you know what's really funny? I have been looking at like old golden demons. Like, there's been guys who've been posting all the old golden demons. It's always like the open category or the diorama one, which just has like the most batshit crazy stuff that always wins like a golden, like a Slayer sword. And it's like, you look at it and it'll be like, I think I saw one the other day which was like a big old yellow dreadnought fighting 2 yellow jet bike marines. It just looked crazy as hell. And it was like, nope, Slayer sword winner. Do you know what I mean? And nowadays, we've got Mandem putting out like reflections of vampires. Do you know what I mean?
I was looking at dioramas the other day just to be like, right, what can I kind of expect to see there? And I was like, oh fuck yeah, the dioramas are actually nuts. Like the Spaceball fighting the Tyrannid on top of water. And I was like, why am I even bothering? If someone like this is gonna come along,
can't think like that, man. You just gotta
nuts.
Take part, and like, this is the first one, right? So like, just get better every time now. So we'll get more like professional at it. But yeah, no, it's exciting nonetheless. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys produce to your highest of standards. Let's say that.
Slap chop.
Slap chop.
This is getting slap chopped.
Slap chop.
My lad's been in the isopropyl alcohol already. He had to go in.
You're joking. You're joking.
Oh yeah, he has, hasn't he?
No,
you're joking me.
He had to go in, but the finish wasn't proper.
Like, you know when you were like with my Ultramarine, you were like, oh, you need to raise the reds. I saw that. I was like, bro, I'm not putting any more paint on it because I know as soon as I touch it, I'm gonna mess it up, and then I'm gonna have to strip it. I'm not doing that. So it will just stay. It will stay at 80% perfection. Put it that way. But yeah, do you know what? It's so funny. I'm such a flipping geek. Yeah, when I paint up a mini like that, it's in my case now. Every time I walk past that case, I'll like get it out and like look at it and be like, yeah.
Okay.
I did
like,
that.
Yeah.
Have you varnished it?
I always matte varnish all of them, man. Like, I generally I've started matte varnishing between levels as well, because basically
I was gonna say, like, it's like a save point, right?
Yeah, it's like a save point. Like, there's 2 ways of doing it. So I've got to paint a dreadnought, which I'm trying to get done for the comp, basically, if I can get it done in time. The ways of doing it, you either matte varnish it or you paint it in cling film. You like cling film the bits that you're not painting. The reason is because what it happens with me all the time. One of my tips is always go and wash your hands with like anti-bac or something.
Bro.
You just end up getting oils on your hands. So,
Bro, just wear gloves, you lunatic.
No,
just
I don't want to wear gloves. I'm not a weirdo. No, come on.
You're not a weirdo, but you use hand vac every 5 seconds, and you've wrapped your mini in cling film.
I know.
The nitrile gloves.
I keep these bad boys on me.
I've got gloves next to me strapped. Now. I always just forget. I don't know. I just like that skin on skin feeling, man. When you.
What, are you fucking these miniatures? Are you fucking this dreadnought?
I'm definitely not. I would
glove up.
In being hospital, man. This thing is chonky. I've got it right in front of me now. Yeah. I've finished them.
I've brought a pack of black nitrile latex gloves with me to America, and I still got in the country, which is cool.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's probably a plus.
Question
yeah, probably because they're not filled with cocaine.
What do you need these? What do you need these for? I'm painting for a competition. Right on, brother. Right on. No, I love this thing, man. I've had this dreadnought sat on my desk for
Which one is it?
Good year plus. Just the metal second edition. I actually love it as like a work of art. I just think, like, stripped down, it just looks amazing, and it's so heavy.
Which
and
second
it
edition one is
originally-
it? Just the Power Fist and Assault Cannon? Sorry, Gatling gun.
Power Fist,
guy.
Power Fist and Gatling gun, yeah.
Yeah.
And Storm Bolter underneath,
Yeah.
and then smoke grenades on top.
Are you doing his back banner or are you cheating?
I don't have it. It doesn't have it. So
Yes, it did.
I
They
either
all
need
had
to
banners.
Find one.
You need it.
There's
No,
a hole
but
in the
I
back
don't
of it
have
that
the
has a
part.
back banner.
Yeah,
that's a
I've
shame.
got a hole. I've got the hole, but I don't have the part. So I need to
You're
try
gonna
and
fill it. Just fill
find
it,
that
bro.
part.
Just fill it, bro.
I would prefer to do the banner. To be fair, I think it looks better. But yeah,
Let's
we'll
be
see.
safe. Better to be safe than
be
not
safe.
get it finished on time.
Exactly.
I was going to say, do you have any shot of getting this done in
2 weeks.
what? 2 weeks?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
His
missus is gonna leave him,
man.
but he'll get it done.
Yeah, I'll get it done, man. Just depending how much.
Mate, I'm scared because I'm going on holiday on like the 7th. I'm not on the 7th. On the 29th. So
Lucky
realistically,
you.
I have like a week to get this done.
Bro, there's
this weekend
no
is gonna be,
way. There's
cramming.
no way in
Ramming.
any reality that you're getting this done. You're going on holiday in a week.
It's happening. Yep.
You have to do it this week, bro. Yeah.
Are you going to paint it with a makeup sponge?
I think he is.
I'm telling you, man, slap chop.
Slap chop.
Nah,
Crazy
that's the power of airbrush. The only thing that's gonna be a problem for me, I think, is the actual marine itself.
Yeah.
Because it's like the main point.
And you're gonna have to do source lighting on it as well. You're gonna have to do
The
heat.
OSL's light work.
Yeah.
OSL's light work.
Yeah.
It's like the actual like blends of armor and all that. Like trying to paint a marine like you two, I just can't do it.
I can tell you how to do it, man. No stress. I'll tell you how to do it. But like how I would paint marines now going forward is not how I would paint my second edition guys. Not at all. I would be using that makeup sponge, and I would be oil washing. That's how I would do it because I just think it looks better.
So yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking like, do I either go like, not box art, because I'm not capable of doing that. But like, do I go?
Go messy, grimdark
with
it up.
OSL, or do I go? Because I've already. So this is the cape of the
it's already ripped up. Yeah,
captain.
Yeah,
and I've like
he's a makeup YouTuber.
I've
Look at
fucked
him.
it up. Yeah, makeup. So like, I'm really like fucking up the cloth.
Yeah,
but like, how hard? Do I go streaking grime? Do I go like
not the cloth?
No, just go and check the what's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name? I shared him in our little group chat. Is it the 8? Let me have a look. It's either him or the other guy that paints.
Also, I'm going to hold up.
Because I could do messy.
I took a screenshot of this.
Swarm painting.
Because
that's the guy you need to go and look at. He's the guy that paints with the makeup sponge. Go and check out Swarm.
I've got an airbrush.
I saw this on. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
But it's like a Terminator captain with a Sallet helm, like a 3D printed, like you know, one of those old knight helms. It's so sick. Yeah, I was so sick. I was like, this is fucking brilliant. I also saw this guy, which I'm literally going to rip off so much. Is he's done the you know, the Plague Marine, the Plague Marine champion that's just come out. Basically, DKOS.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, my phone is way too light for me to be showing you guys this. DKOS. The
don't worry,
guy,
because we
looks
can
awesome.
just send the message to Laurence and he will put it in the edit.
Yeah, he'll put
right
it
now,
in.
as if by magic.
I'm sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah, if you're not
audio
part
listeners,
of it,
just get Morgan going.
Look at this. It's really good.
Look at this. This guy. Look at him.
Man, there's so many Warhammer screenshots on my phone. Like I'm just like, oh yeah, screenshot. Never paint, but yeah, that's my feedback of the week. Right, I think it's a good time to. Oh, I'm stuttering. Good time to leave it there, lads.
We'll find out
Remix
how the progress goes, won't we? When Laurence gets back from holiday.
I'm just going to send you some.
I literally have like
as
4 days to get like the cram in.
Just so you know, you can't paint in my house, Laurence.
I
You're screwed.
already packed my compressor.
Can't paint in my house.
Sorry.
You have to check your luggage at the door.
You're going to be painting.
No, I'll be
Yeah.
logged on, bro.
No, you won't.
Bro, who finished
You're gonna
who
strip it
finished
the
our
night
first
before.
challenge out of all of us?
Me. It was me, actually.
This guy.
It was actually me.
It was this guy.
Nah, fake news.
I mean,
Morgan pulled
we
out a
never
mini.
set an end date, really.
Morgan pulled out a mini that he'd started painting 3 years ago and said, "I'll do this one."
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I only just
And
finished
still
it.
didn't finish
So-
the time. Yeah.
My one's been to 3 tournaments and has been retired.
Damn. Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Mine it's still missing a head.
Do you know what? I'd
Yeah,
love to be able to paint
it's
on
such
the
a cool
podcast, but I
conversion.
I can't concentrate and I can't talk and paint at the same time.
Yeah.
It's annoying. We need to try and do
Yeah.
that though, because I would get more done because this is a nice little hour out where you can sort of dedicate a bit of time to it. But yeah, I think I'd probably forget what I was saying.
Everyone would just zone out and
so.
grunt and just use filler words, and
Yeah.
it would be
yeah.
worse. Even worse to watch than it is now. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, looking forward to
Well,
the
I'm
And
finished
looking
also,
stuff.
whenever we film painting, it's just the top of your head.
Yes, pretty
Like-
much. Pretty much. We're working on that. I'm looking
Just
into
forehead.
video bits. I'm gonna get a little Osmo too, I think, because I need it for some bits and bobs. So we'll see
Get the
if
3.
that sets up.
It's
nicely.
worth the money getting the 3. Get the 3.
But it's also very expensive.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. I promise.
Very expensive. But no. All right, boys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was lovely to film it again with both of you, and I hope the listeners like it as well. I'm expecting this to be full of bits of gameplay, not to shove you in the deep end, Laurence, but would be cool. But yeah, I think this is going to be a nice little banger, and then we can finish it off next time and finish off the list.
We'll have and we'll also hopefully have an event vlog at Iron Skull, which will be pretty
Yep.
cool.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping we get to record another episode before 2 weeks from now.
You'll be on holiday.
You'll be
I'm on
alive.
holiday. Yes, I am. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, if Logan can film and travel, bro, you can film and travel too, mate. So, yeah,
Sure.
I back you. I back you.
All good.
Light work.
We'll see you next
Bye-bye.
time round on Engage on All Fronts. Be well.
Engage on all fronts.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Peace out.
Bye.